All right, guys, we're back on for snow day number 4. Hope you guys are staying warm, you're staying safe out there, and that you're not skipping your routine. You guys are without water, without power, still moving your bodies. We're gonna kick this off a little bit different than we've done the past 3 days. I want you guys to take a clock, set it for 5 minutes, and move through 3 different movements. 3 walking burpees, 20-second bent knee hold, 8 squat to stands. Let's take a peek. For our walking burpees, let's slow this down. All I want you doing is walking your hands to the ground, all the way down to the ground, push up, walk up, stand tall. We're gonna do 3 of those. We're gonna come on back down to the ground. Remember our bent knee holds. Big fans of these. Lower back's pressed down, knees are together, toes are pointed out. And we're gonna kind of crunch and sit up towards our knees, holding this for 20 seconds, just breathing through your nose, breathing through tension. And then finally, 8 squat stands. Feet in your squat position, fold over, grab your feet, pull yourself down in the bottom of your squat. Try to bring your hips to your ankles, push those knees out with your elbows, pull your chest up as high as you can. Lift your hips, stay connected, hands to the feet, and right back down. 8 of those. All right, today's a fun little piece. We're gonna go for 5 total rounds. We're gonna move for 3 minutes, and we're gonna rest 1 minute following. So this technically isn't 3 minutes of work, it's 15 minutes of work. 3 burpees, 6 tuck-ups, and 9 air squats. So the way this workout works is we want you guys moving fast through this. Not necessarily fast per se. Think about moving smooth. If you move smooth, you're gonna move fast through this. We only want you resting in transitions. These rep schemes are low enough for you guys to do them in a row, unbroken, every single set. So make sure that you choose progressions that are gonna allow you to do so. The goal here is to shoot for 3 or more rounds each 3-minute set. All right, I'm gonna talk through all 3 of these movements together. They're pretty simple, pretty low skill. And this is a great day for you guys to choose maybe some harder options than you typically use inside the gym when we see bigger rep schemes. So for our 3 burpees, let's work all the way down to the ground today. Whether you guys do push-ups from the ground or not, it's only 3 at a time. So make sure that you guys choose the right option. This is a great opportunity to go all the way from the ground. So remember on our burpee, all the way down to the ground, jump and clap. Make sure we get a little bit of air underneath our feet, and we open our hips all the way on up. For our tuck-ups, 3 different options here, okay? Seated knee tucks are gonna be easiest option, where our hands are on the ground, helping us to balance. Tuck up. It's gonna be the middle option, and then V up. Is gonna be our hardest option there. Choose an option on that midline piece that is gonna allow you guys to do 6 reps in a row, whether you're fatigued or fresh. And then lastly, air squats. Super simple. Make sure that you're squatting in an active position, but we're hitting our range of motion every single rep. And the micro goal that you have for today, when you guys are moving through your air squats, is hit your bottom depth and stand right back up, full extension. Right when you hit that top, and that bottom range of motion, I want you changing direction quickly. Check out 3 reps. Next, we're gonna move into some gymnastics work, and we're gonna focus on the midline, because we know abs and trunks and cores built in the wintertime. So we're gonna do every 3 minutes for 12 minutes. That's 4 total sets. We're focusing on our obliques. We're gonna do a 30-second side plank. A lot of you guys are very familiar with these, working on our obliques, and then we're gonna do 30 Russian twists. Today, don't worry so much about grabbing load. I want you focusing on crisp, quality reps. And remember, we talked about virtuosity earlier on in the week, where we're striving for making the simple things as elegantly perfect as possible. So when we're looking at our side planks, this option here, going from the elbow, make sure the elbow is directly under the shoulder, pull our heels to our butt, and make sure our knees are in line with our hips. And we're just gonna think about pulling our hips away from the ground. Okay, this is gonna be easiest option. Second option, staggering our feet, heel to toe, toe to heel, and arm up, lift. Okay, same concept. I'm thinking about pulling my hips as high as I can to the sky. And then hardest option is gonna be both feet stacked, same thing. okay? What I want you guys to pay attention to is there's a difference between this, where I'm just hanging out in a lazy position, and this, where I'm really pulling my hips away from the ground. You're gonna feel much better oblique contraction on that latter option, so make sure that's what you're focusing on today. Lastly, we'll go right into 30 Russian twists. Easiest option is gonna be feet on the ground, okay? Torso at about 2 o'clock, and we're gonna think about rotating our torso and touching behind our hips, okay? Harder option is gonna be feet off the ground, torso at 2. And then hardest option is gonna be grabbing your son's children books and holding it as a weight and doing the same thing. These could suffice for any other weight that you want to. If you guys must load this movement on up, feel free to do so. But make sure that we're able to do all 30 in a row, and we're really focusing on rotating through the trunk rather than just moving the arms. All right, when we're stuck indoors, these are great opportunities to really hone in and work on our breathing practice. We have breathwork pieces every single day within our Behemoth GPP, probably the only gym out there doing it. Today is no different. So we're gonna end our session with 3 minutes of down-regulated breathing, just letting your heart rate settle, core temperature come down, breathing rate come down, and then we're gonna do 5 minutes of exhale hold work. What we're working on here is extending our exhale as slow and as long as possible. We're building what we call CO2 tolerance, okay? So when we have to breathe, when we feel like we have to breathe or we get that air hunger sensation during a workout, or let's say if we were holding our breath, it's because our tolerance of CO2 within our body has kind of hit its max. So what we're working on here is we're working on improving that. And if we can improve that, it's gonna help you manage stress better within the gym, which means better workouts, better performance during your workouts, and it's a tool that you can take and use with you away from the gym, which is gonna allow you to better manage, mitigate, and handle these stressors that you're experiencing away from the gym. So this is how it's gonna work. Make sure that you guys have a stopwatch, whether it's on your phone or your watch, whatever it might be. 3, 2, 1, go. You're gonna take a normal inhale, and then you're gonna start your exhale. I want you to focus on breathing out through your nose, but if you want to, you can hum out of your mouth, but you wanna slow that exhale down as long as you can. Make sure that you start the clock and see how long that exhale can go. Maybe 30 seconds, 40, maybe 20 seconds. After you feel like you have to take in your breath, breathe only through your nose and breathe for a minute very calmly. At the end of that minute, do the exact same thing. Breathe in through your nose, normal breath, and then slow that exhale down. Your goal on those following sets is to improve the previous set. So maybe you start at 20 seconds, your next set 22, next set 30, and just do this for 5 minutes, accumulating some really, really good sets today. I don't think anybody would have guessed that we'd be in the circumstances that we are this week, going 4 days, basically closing down the city, a lot of people without power, without water, and most importantly, without our positive influence at Behemoth. Trust that we're hopeful that we're gonna end this week off on a high note and get our butts back into the gym. We're hoping that you guys are taking these resources, you're using them, you're keeping yourself active, you're moving your bodies, regardless of if you have water or power, because it's important to keep your health and fitness on the forefront, even during these unusual circumstances. Hoping you guys are staying safe, hoping you're staying warm. We're gonna keep you up to date in the moment as we know details. Planning to see you around the gym soon.